Look, it's an Agent Smith.
Later, Lord Pendleton. The man of the hour is here. Corvo, I'm Admiral Havelock, a true servant of the Empire, like you. Until the Lord Regent purged those of us who wouldn't recognize his claim on the throne.
And I'm Lord Trevor Pendleton. I represent the nobility in our little group. But we all act as equals here at the Hound Pits pub.
This is a momentous occasion, Corvo. I'm going to come out with it. We've been building a coalition of loyalists, aimed at ending the Lord Regent's tyranny and restoring the throne.
At risk of execution, we're committed to finding young Lady Emily and seeing her crowned as Empress.
We've got big plans, but we can't do any of it without you. We need your skills, your ability in a fight, and in helping us.
My lack of ability in a fight. I get destroyed.
Sorry, you must be exhausted. We can discuss this further after you've recovered. But before you retire, you should introduce yourself to Piero. He's challenging at times, but his industrious mind buys him that right.
Yes, Piero's as much an artist as a technician. He's going to be crafting the gear you'll need. Go talk to him, and then get some sleep. We can talk more when you've rested.
Well, I'm gonna steal the rest of your stuff first, and then go talk to Piero. Sounds like I've actually got a use for the coins that I've been collecting now. Yum, apricot.
Care for a friend or family member who shows signs of blood on their face and chest area. The only way to help them is to bring them to the city watch.
Almost missed that coin.
Flooded district for treatment.
Almost missed that coin. Okay, well that looks good. Ooh, here we go. This is what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. Only the best places have underground places. Secret underground bunker. More like just the... can I look through it? Oh, it opens up to the sewers. Okay.
The river crust infestation has spread downriver as far as the river mouth and flooded district. Do not attempt to approach or destroy a river crust. Any items recovered from doing so are considered state property.
It's just wide open now. Genius.
I'll be crafting your weapons and gear. All custom work. For you, I will create the tools of a master assassin. No! This cannot happen now. The tank of whale oil's run out. Will you get a new tank from upstairs, please, while I hold this in place? Be careful. The oil's unstable. When it explodes, there's a terrible mess.
Sokolov technology in the New Age. Well, the advantage of Sokolov's techniques is that they can share the same magnetic socket for the tanks of processed whale oil they use as fuel. When a tank is exhausted, another can be plugged into its place with ease, and the process is simple enough that any common workman, or even the lower guardsmen of the Sea Watch, can handle the task. This applies to the arc, pylon, and the wall of light security systems, as well as the powered carriages used for transport by those who are wealthy enough to afford them. The only obvious downside of Sokov's designs is the volatility of the tanks themselves. Few incidents have occurred, resulting in damage to property or bodily harm whenever one of the tanks has exploded. Okay. Alright, can I open this door now? No, I still need his key. Ugh. Hero. No, I will not sign off these purchases. A bag of powdered crystal, Tivian ore, wrong with metals and crystal. King Sparrow's feathers. You need the feathers, sacrifice your own pillow. Maybe at the academy, everything you need was paid for by tariff and handed out willy-nilly, but this is my bar, or what's left of it. We're operating on a budget. We're running low on oil, food, elixir, building materials, and everything else, so you've got to slow down. While I'm footing the bill, I will not approve your purchases unless they are absolutely required. Copper wire or no more copper wire or special herbs. You need those things? Go out and scavenge them. Half the city is in ruins. No one is going to miss any of the odd crap you seem to need. I like the Admiral. I like the Admiral. Just from that note, I like the Admiral. Alright. Second solution. Oh. It is through no fault of my own that the average citizen has expressed a preference for Sokov's elixir over my own formula. Sold as Piro's Remedy, a name I did not choose if you must know the truth. The public has spoken its usual message of idiocy, spending their coin as a means of selecting Sokov's formula over mine, which I believe to be equal or if not superior. Much has been made over the popularity of these concoctions as a means of resisting this remarkable new plague. I say remarkable because this strain works with an efficiency we have not seen in the history of the Empire. This plague, now making its way through the city of Dunwall, is unrivaled in its effectiveness. I have studied it within the blood of those so afflicted, and is nearly perfect. Elegant, in fact. While it is true that Piro's Remedy and Sokov's Elixir are known to protect the body against the plague equally, my own has properties, not fully understood, which relate to the mind itself and the spirits. And it is in this way that my formula wins out. Here's where one should pay attention to this contest, for you see Sokov's Elixir, with its emphasis on the brute animal body, is a crass goo better suited for livestock. The subtle and secret variants and the key ingredients making up Piro's remedies ensure that it works on the higher functions that separate mankind from the mindless blue-jawed hogfish swimming in the Wrenhaven River. Hagfish, not hogfish. Although a pigfish would be kind of funny to see. It is a hagfish, which is an actual thing. And they're nasty things. Ugh. Alright, where's your key? I need your key. Oh, you don't have anything in your trunk. More books. Whale vivisection, dead counter responsibilities, and failed experiments. Whale oil processing, hemlock essence. Sokov no longer has the upper hand with regards to supplies of whale oil. Good Admiral has paid for the installation of my own system, which will enable me to work in this place. The oil tank dispenser, when activated, will produce an empty vessel for filling. When the empty tank is held near the oil tank refill pump, the magnetic attractor should take the tank and lock it in the correct configuration. Using the lever will begin the refilling process. Once refilling is completed, the tank can be removed and placed in service. Extreme caution should be used. They're quite unstable. This will sound well engineered. It appears that Grease Oil Company has done something correctly for once.
The Academy teaches that absurd idea that the energy in whale oil arises from the need to maintain life functions at extreme ocean depths. The pressure and the cold are too much to endure without it. I speculate that a human being might, by a process of adaptation, produce high-energy humors in the body. I could build a tank that would slowly increase pressure on a subject over a long period of time, and then observe them for years if need be, to see if the formulation of energetic substances develop. Surely the Empress would be able to furnish me with facilities subject to the necessary legal amnesty.
Okay. Out at sea, they secure the beast with hooks, with lines cast from the main ship and from several smaller boots. Buoys keep the whale from diving deep. Once it's caught, a larger hook is driven through the tail, used to hoist the creature up through the chute. They moan and bellow for some time as the men get them on the deck, and then lift them into the scaffolding overhead. Ship adjusts its prow and returns to port in Dunwall, while the crew works on the great creature, siphoning off the fattest parts while it still lives. Remarkably, each specimen had the pleasure of studying during the voyage possessed some minor variance in physiology. Second leg of the trip, east of Tivia, the crew hauled aboard a female, 42 inches in length. I estimate she weighed 35 tons, and the ship sat low, rocking side to side through the night with her thrashing. Candlelight had took her apart, sketching, taking notes against her bellowing, and cut into the massive tentacles around her mouth. Then I found a row upon row of teeth and a baleen running along the upper jaw. Whose broom-like structure, I assumed she filtered food from the water that was too small to be chewed. Dead counter responsibilities commissioned by Lord Regent. In the face of the growing plague crisis, the dead counter is a position that will only be given to officers, usually of junior or middle grades in most matters. If an edict or curfew enforcement, these officers will defer to the acting officer on duty. However, any dead counter will have command in a situation related to the plague and the handling of the dead, including those with late-stage plague system called Weepers. Starting in the month of the rain, interest officers may apply for the test, and if accepted, for a 2-week training tour. Pay will be in coin and rations of elixir, 1.5 normal pay grade. Failed experiments. Of course, I've attempted to improve upon Selkov's designs. Of course, well, why not? After all, it is likely that his thinking was influenced in some small way by our time together at the Academy. We are all part of a community, striving to unknot the mysteries of the cosmos. Even those among us who possess the greatest minds are often led to a fruitful line of consideration by, how does one say it, our intellectual subordinates. Sokolov is no exception to this, despite the glamour of genius he has cast over the aristocracy. And further, it is true of... Oh, wow. Ugh, that's what I get for playing at night. And further, it is true that many of my experiments have failed. No need to gossip about it behind my back, in your social clubs, and in the very chambers of the Academy itself. Great ambition requires risks. You may laugh now at my door to nowhere, but someday you will not. Your children will likely see this commonly as you see the electric lamps lighting our streets at night. But a few short weeks ago, you would have laughed at Sokov's arc pylon or wall of light. Your laughter, your condescending smiles, they're nothing but evidence of your limited imagination. Okay, let's grab this. And we will be very, very careful going down the steps. I don't feel like exploding today. Oop.
Now plug it in. Just get it near the receptacle. Magnetism. Perfect. Thank you, Cole. Here, see? The assassin's mask. You're a wanted man, so everyone in the city knows your face. But this mask will mean terror to them. If you just hold still, the fit must be precise. There. Can you see normally? Lens out of alignment. There. Better now? I could create more for you. Upgrades for your gear, weapons, munitions. But our situation here is desperate. Scavenge the city for valuables, and I will resell them on the black market. That should give us the money to craft the things you want. Tell me what I can make of it.
Sure, why not? Bolts, sleep bolts, bullets, spring razor, rewire tool. Grenade, right button upgrades, crossbow accuracy, crossbow range, crossbow reload, combat sleep dart. Huh. Yeah, let's go ahead and purchase this one. No bone charm bar. $1,200 coins. Let's get 600. Yeah, these are all too expensive now. Grab that one.
You must be exhausted. I advise that you get some sleep. Your life will get even more difficult soon. You should rest while you can.
I think that's a good idea.
Very well. You know best. Let me know if you need anything more.
Oh yeah, that's nice. Want his key so I can open the doors. Did I skip this book? Nope, I didn't. I read that one. Oh, we opened the window.
My break with the Academy was explosive, for lack of a better word. I had to rebuild from scratch, but so much the better. I was sick of using tools made by lesser men. Tell me what I can make for you.
I guess I have to travel over to my room by myself now. Let's go.
You've met Piero. Good. You'll want to get some rest now. You'll be needed soon.
Yeah, that looks weird.
Lord Pendleton's servant, Wallace, awaits you upstairs. He can show you to your chambers. Sleep well.
Go upstairs then.
And dangerous?
Yes, very much so, but no need to fear. He is here to work with our masters.
People say he killed the Empress.
Of course he didn't. People are foolish, believe whatever they're told.
Okay. If the Admiral trusts him, then so will I. Maybe you haven't seen much of it, but the city has changed a great deal after the Empress died. Since the Lord Regent took over, the city watch is best avoided. Most people try not to go outside at all.
Oops.
Please follow me to your quarters.
Going the wrong way, dude. Alright, I think with that I will call it a night and go to sleep myself. We'll get started on the next part, but we'll call it there. Alright, so we'll stop right there and I'll come back tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye. Bye. Well, let's save game before I say bye-bye. Goodbye.